the Casual Bark Podcast.
Welcome to Keeping It Cash with the CBC, your Casual Bark crew. I am Jason Verma alongside my good friend Shiva Gill.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? So today we're going to be talking about Doctor Who Season 9.
And what a season it was.
It was an amazing season.
There were twists.
Turns.
Sideway twists and turns continued.
I think that's what twists and turns
okay,
are.
my
sideways.
bad. Yeah. Okay, so I had ups and downs.
Downs.
Nice.
Hills.
And
valleys.
ditches. Oh, ooh. Okay. Let's
Twists and turns. I thought Season 9 was like 100 times better than Season 8.
100.
Especially with Capaldi.
Is that the Shiva Gill rating for this season? 100 times better.
100 times better than the previous season.
And they can quote us on that.
Yep, they can put it. They can print that. They can take that to press.
Yeah. All right. Tell me why.
I feel in this season like Capaldi actually was able to kind of be the Doctor. Where in Season 8, okay, here's a guy, here's a new Doctor, right? And now he's finding why he's the Doctor and whatever. And Clara is like trying to figure out, like, oh, this isn't the Doctor. Like, just like how same thing that happened with Rose when she
Billie Piper,
when she met the 10th Doctor, right?
She's a favorite of mine.
Yeah, I think everyone likes Billie Piper.
Yeah,
like Rose is like the top companion out there.
I'm gonna go ahead and right now and say Clara is for me comes pretty close.
Oh yeah,
I think I might be in love with Clara
because she portrayed like a lot of like the Doctor side of it. Like she was really into the whole like, hey, time travel, space travel.
Yeah.
Like I'm on board, right?
Yeah,
like,
she
can't
loved
keep
it.
me
Yeah,
away from it, right?
Yeah, she loved it. She was born to do it. Yeah,
she seeked danger.
Yeah,
so.
that danger seeker.
Yeah. So with Season 8, like Clara's like figuring out like, who is this? Is it still the Doctor? It's like, yeah, he regenerates, and this is Peter Capaldi's Doctor. And he's actually like also figuring out like, who am I, right? So in this season, he comes in, he's a badass, rocking out on guitar, medieval times, right? Yeah. And then in this one, like in Season 8, like, you know, Clara and the Doctor are like more like they're friendly. They know each other better. She knows like, okay, this guy's not the most caring and loving person.
Yeah.
He means well.
Yeah.
But you know,
they figure out a way around this.
Yeah, like he's not really good with people.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
so they make cue cards.
Yeah, so there's cool things that happen in this season that like I really like.
I loved the cue cards.
Yeah.
He just pulls out,
sorry for your loss. It's like, you're gonna die a horrible, horrible death.
Sorry for your loss. It means he cares.
Yeah.
You know?
He's trying.
Yeah.
So
what did you think about the fact that there was almost the entire season there was no screwdriver?
Yeah, that was like, I was surprised even like, I'm like, wait, there's no screwdriver? I was expecting like him to have a new screwdriver last season. Yeah. When he became the new, like, you know, he regenerated.
Yeah, almost always they get a new screwdriver.
They always do. But he kept on using, you know, Matt Smith's screwdriver.
Oh,
I didn't like that.
You're still calling it Matt Smith's?
It was still his.
I feel like they shared it.
They shared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, you're
but
right.
I mean, Matt Smith was given his own screwdriver. But
Matt
it's like,
Smith's.
same thing happened with when Eccleston, Tennant got Eccleston's screwdriver.
Yeah. No, but that's Tennant's screwdriver.
Yeah, he's used it more.
David Tennant's screwdriver.
He owns that.
Eccleston doesn't have one.
Yeah.
He doesn't bathe in the same river twice. He doesn't have a screwdriver.
Yeah, and because Eccleston didn't come back for another season, or even for like the anniversary special,
he doesn't bathe in the same river twice
of acting.
So yeah,
like I was expecting, you know, Capaldi to have his own screwdriver, but it's like the, you know, spoilers for the end of the season, like, you know, he gets a screwdriver. So
and it's a good looking screwdriver.
I like how it looks.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that a little bit more.
It looked like it could drive some screws if you catch my drift.
Yeah, it has a very long shaft.
Okay.
And like a good head.
All
like,
right.
I don't know if it's a Phillips head or if it's like, you know, a flat head. Not too sure. So, okay, how about we do this? Give me your like top 3 episodes from this season. So another thing that happened this season, they did a lot of 2-parters, which I really liked. I know you like a lot too.
Yeah. I know that last season they went with the single episode approach. Like everything happens in one episode, everything's contained within one episode. and then the next episode is its separate own
I think
story.
I think they had a few, like maybe like one or two.
Yeah.
2 episodes.
But the general,
the bulk of the season was like that.
just like one episode in its entire. And I mean, all of Matt Smith's run, I feel felt that way. To me,
I think,
most of it.
The last season he was in, season 7 was pretty much a single episode. Run.
Yeah, and that's not my favorite type of.
Yeah, I like it when they introduce like characters and then there's a part 2 to it.
Yeah,
right, because then that just like
it gets you invested.
It gets you invested and lets the characters grow and like actually builds a story.
Yeah.
So, do you have like your top 3 episodes from this season?
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now. Should I go 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so my third favorite episode, I'm gonna say, was the first episode of the season.
So that's The Magician's Apprentice.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Magician's Apprentice? Okay. So I like that one. They bring Davros back, right? That was
Daleks
really,
and
and Daleks. Like,
are you a fan of the Daleks?
Honestly, it's like when I started, I never watched Doctor Who, like the really old stuff. Like,
I don't think a lot of people did, but like
today's generation, right?
Yeah.
But so that's when that's where the Daleks are from.
Yeah.
And I feel like they worked really well in that time. And I don't know, they're working now. I don't know how they're working. Yeah. They look so stupid, but they're pulling it off. Like, like they work, like the Daleks.
Yeah, I mean, they have their laser beams, and so they're
exterminate.
They're dangerous.
Yeah, but like, like you see them, you don't really like. They look like jokes. They don't look dangerous.
Yeah,
So I think that's the only thing I don't like. I like the Cybermen.
Cybermen are cool, yeah.
Yeah, like they look badass.
Yeah.
But like the Daleks just look stupid. They literally just look stupid.
Yeah, they're metal trash cans with a plunger and a whisk.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? It works.
I swear when they made it, they're like, all right, what do we have lying around? It's like, the guy, the costume designer got a call. It's like, hey, we need you to make a monster. It's like, shit. It's like, all right, trash can. He was making eggs. And then he had a toilet leak, so he grabbed a plunger. Right? So he came to work, stuck it together. It's like, there's your monster. We'll call it a Dalek. And they went with
done.
That.
Yeah. He made millions.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but honestly, I like the only reason I like the Daleks is because they pay homage to, like, the tradition of, like, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So like that part of it is really cool, I think.
Okay.
And it is always cool to see the Daleks.
Yeah,
right? Just because there's such a big.
I feel like every season or whenever they're introduced, there's a way that like they find to like kind of destroy the Daleks.
Yeah.
But eventually, like one survives, and then they build a whole empire back.
Yeah.
So it's like you there's always a season that's like they'll be like, we've destroyed all the Daleks. They are all dead. They're in a different dimension. They're not coming back. Next season.
They're all back.
They're all back. They were hiding in a pocket universe.
And they have different colors now.
Yeah. They come in rainbow colors.
Yeah. But I like the Daleks, I guess, overall.
Yeah, what was your favorite part of that episode?
Let's see. Well, honestly, I really liked, I like that they kind of like, I guess, retconned it a little bit, where like they kind of show Davros as a kid.
Yeah.
And the Doctor could have saved him, and he didn't.
Yeah.
What?
Knowing that who he would become. It's like, it's like if you were to go back in time, would you kill baby Hitler?
Yeah,
that's like, essentially what it's like. Would you kill baby, like, it's like it's a kid Davros.
Yeah, I wouldn't kill baby Hitler.
Oh yeah?
I mean, I don't think it's my job, my place to fuck with time.
Would you get it?
Like that it happened.
Yeah.
Let's leave it, like, let the dead bury the dead, you know what I mean?
All right.
It doesn't affect me.
Would you become, like, the art guy that, like, because of the whole, it's like, the main thing is, like, he didn't get into art school, so that's why Hitler became Hitler.
What?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, not, like, that's not the reason, but, like, he's an artist, and, like, he didn't get into art school.
Yeah.
And then...
So he decided to take over the world.
Then he got into politics.
Aha.
So if he only got into art school...
Yeah.
We wouldn't have Hitler.
Man, he probably was a good artist too.
Yeah.
He seems like he was just good at everything.
He did finger painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so I mean that's the whole thing with that. Like, I know with that episode, there's like that one scene where the Doctor is like in Davros' armchair, and he's like, surrounded by the Daleks.
Yeah.
And then it cuts away from him. It cuts back.
Yeah.
And then he has like a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And he's like, the real question you should be asking yourself, where did I get this cup of tea? I'm the doctor.
Just accept it. Yeah. That was hilarious. You know, like, I really like that they started the season with that episode and they threw that scene in the first episode because it really set the tone.
Yeah. Well, my favorite part of that episode is the very beginning. You just see the doctor rocking out. I think we already talked about this, but it's like he's rocking out. Like,
yeah, it was a season of electric guitaring for the doctor.
The doctor's a rock star.
The doctor had more guitar scenes than screwdriver scenes.
Yeah. He had Sonic glasses.
Yeah, what did you think about the Sonic sunglasses?
Sonic sunglasses were just like weird.
There was a scene too, like they pointed it out. They're like, why would you need Sonic sunglasses?
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with hearing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, so it's redundant.
You need visual.
Yeah, it's like you don't need a visual hearing aid. Yeah. Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
What was your second favorite episode?
My second favorite, I'm going to say my second favorite episode was the second part. It was, like the first part, they opened the story. They set the stage for, like, he didn't save Davros.
Right.
And then he goes back in time.
Yeah.
And then it looks like he's going to kill Davros.
Right, yeah.
Right? That's how they left the first season. And then the second season, they show that, no, he killed all the bad guys. Oh, sorry, yes. The second episode, they went, no, he killed all the bad guys around Davros.
That episode,
and he does save Davros.
So the second episode is called The Witch's Familiar.
The Witch is Familiar.
Yeah. Missy was a big part in that episode too,
That's why, too. I forgot about Missy. Missy is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the actress who does Missy, like, she's so powerful on screen. Just, like, every movement is, like, calculated for her. I feel like just, like, as an actress, like, she's just so good.
Because you thought, like, she got killed with Clara, and you're like, that was fast. Yeah. And then the doctor, you know when the doctor gets in his, like, rage mode?
Yeah.
It's like, you mess with my friends, you're going down.
Yeah.
Right?
Scary doctor.
But then, like, you just see her and, like, Clara, like, on the outskirts of, like, freaking Scarrow, just, like, chilling out. It's like, and then it's like, get a stick.
Yeah. Can I have a stick too? Get your own stick. But you know what? I thought a little bit strange how, the Master, when he was facing off against Tennant.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Back then, he was like a pretty big enemy to Tennant. And like, they almost kind of have a friendlier relationship, Missy and Doctor.
Yeah.
Missy and the Doctor.
I guess, like
they're still enemies, but it's a little bit friendlier. You know what I mean? Not as deadly.
Yeah.
Deadly, not like bitter rivals.
Well, even with, like, Tennant, like, you saw his emotion go out to when, like,
he realized there was another
Time Lord. Yeah, when he's like, he realized, like, hey, I'm the only one, and, like, you're the only one. It's like, yo, we could be buddies now, right? Like, I know we've been enemies for a long time. It's like, but, like, don't screw this shit up. But the Master's like, knowing the Master, he's like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with Tennant, right? Like, the 10th Doctor is like, no, I'm gonna kill myself. I was like, or I'm not gonna, like, not save myself. So
yeah, but Missy is awesome.
Yeah, no, I like how they're portraying, like, the Master in this, like, kind of season and stuff.
Yeah,
like
she has some good lines too. Like, they called her, like, the Daleks, I think, called her a Time Lord.
Yeah,
and she said,
like,
"Time lady, a few of us can afford the upgrade." You know, like, and just like with her attitude,
so that kind of, like, gives to, like, the whole, like, they can choose the sex of, like, you know, when they regenerate.
Yeah, can they? Do you think they can?
I think they can, but see, like, here's the thing, like, that's been, like, discussed in the past with, like, the Doctor himself, is that he can't control his regenerations. Yeah. Right? He's never been able to. Because if you remember when you first see the Master, he's like that old guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? I've outlived this body. Let me also go into a younger body. And he regenerates into a younger body. Yeah. Right? A lot of times the Doctor is always just regenerated into, like, whatever his body's done, and he's never really controlled it. Yeah, I think most times
he hopes he might be Ginger one day.
Yeah, he hopes he might be Ginger one day.
He can't will it to happen.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of other Time Lords are able to control their regeneration, because even in later in this season, I forget the commander on.
Yeah, like the first in
Gallifrey,
command to the president.
Yeah, whatever.
Gallifrey.
Like, so that guy, when he gets shot by
the King's Hand,
it's not Game of Thrones, but when he gets killed or shot and like regenerates, right? He's like, "What regeneration are you on?" It's like, "Oh, this is my like 10th or whatever it was."
Best of luck to you.
Yeah. So when he comes back as a woman, he's like, or she's like, "Oh, it's like I'm never being a man again." Like they're too egotistical.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like it shows like she chose to go be a man.
Yeah. Just
so she could try it out.
Yeah, but in fairness, ego is not determined by sex.
No, but that's
yeah.
That's her experience living from a woman to a man.
Sure.
Unless you can do the same.
Yeah. Okay, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, but anything else you want to talk about that episode?
Well, not to. I guess I like the way Davros kind of tricked him because we never seen Davros in like this run of Doctor Who, right? So it was kind of like Davros. I didn't know how they were going to do.
We haven't seen Davros since Tennant, so
yeah. So I didn't know how they were going to do it, and like he kind of the acting I guess was good because like he seemed really sincere in his apologies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe he has turned good.
Yeah, he's on his deathbed. He's you know what, let me, and the doctor like
I guess part of me knew he wasn't good. But at the same time I wanted to believe he was good.
Yeah, even that's what the doctor did, right? But it's like he's one that like people know how to manipulate him, right? Like they know it's like go target his friends, and then you can target it like
and his compassion.
Yeah, but then if you mess with the doctor's compassion, his rage is
he's such an emotional guy.
Yeah. And so, what was your number one episode of the season?
My number one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it was called Heaven Sent.
Okay.
It's the second last episode. It's the one where he's basically in his the will. What's that thing called? Do you know the little circular thing?
Oh, his confession dial.
Yeah, his confession dial. I'm really glad you knew that.
Me too.
Yeah, so he got trapped in his confession dial, and most people, I guess for most Time Lords, it's like it's a way to
repent and
just like say goodbye and it's like close out. His was like a doomsday maze, that never ending maze.
I think was like a very well done episode. Like,
it was so sick.
When you see it until the very end part of it, like you don't realize what's happening.
Yeah,
and you're just like, whoa! It's like okay, he got teleported here.
I mean, there are hints. Like they're like
so before we go more into this episode, because the episode right before this, Clara gets killed.
Ooh man, that was
right.
My heart sank.
Yeah,
I didn't want the love of my life to die.
So right before that, Clara got killed.
Yeah,
and then there was an agreement made between I forget
Arya Stark, me, Ashilda,
whatever her
Macy Williams.
There you go. So Macy Williams is in the season, which I think she did a really good job.
Yeah, she did.
So there's an agreement made at that time where, I'll help you cure whatever like the death she put on like this other guy that Clara took from him.
Yeah.
If the doctor follows her, like lets her take him to whoever is like requesting him to be handcuffed, right?
Yeah.
So he agrees to it, but then like Clara actually gets killed, and then he's pissed, and then he gets teleported out, and he ends up in this like chamber or this tower.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a really good episode because there are hints too where like he goes into the pool, or he goes, he throws the chair out the window.
Yeah,
he falls in, he comes out, and then there are clothes waiting for him.
Yeah, they're already dried, and then he hangs his clothes the same way he picked up the other clothes. Yeah. And then there was like all the skulls in the bottom of the thing.
Yeah, like where did the skulls come from?
Yeah.
That's
and the painting was
later.
like super old, and that thing that was chasing him was a little freaky.
Yeah,
like it was a freaking like a fly kind of thing.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like almost supposed to be like a dead body, like a rotting body, and that's why there are flies around it, right? Like a corpse, so like a living corpse or something. But the whole episode, especially you get to the end, it's like he's like who moved the stars, because it looks like I'm 7 billion years into the future.
No, it goes like I'm like a few thousand years in the future,
7,000. Sorry, the first number was 7,000. Years in the future,
and then it just goes like 100,000, a million.
2 billion.
Yeah. It's like, this is insane. Like soon you'll see skulls like coming out of the ocean.
It was really well done episode.
Yeah. And then, like, he cracks through the wall, because, like, he had two options. Either he can crack through the wall...
Or confess.
and if he confesses, it's over.
Then he can't save Clara.
Yeah. But if he...
I think that's what was driving him, right?
Yeah.
Like if he confessed...
So I feel like there's a point in the episode where he figures out where he is, and he knows what he has to do, so he does what he has to do, punches it, and then goes back, kind of resets everything.
Writes bird.
Right?
He writes bird in the same...
Oh, he writes bird. Yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah.
But it was cool, though. It's like he figured out, like, every room resets, so all he has to do is go complete that circuit and, like, have the room reset, and then he'll come back.
Yeah.
So that was insane. That was a crazy episode.
Yeah.
So that's your top 3.
Yeah, those are my top 3 episodes.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I think Stephen Moffat wrote all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
So for my top 3, is The Woman Who Lived. So that was episode 6.
Okay.
So right before that one was actually when we're introduced to Macy Williams' character of Ashilda, and in this one, Woman Who Lived, Doctor meets up with Ashilda a couple hundred years after he left her with the regenerating computer chip in her brain.
Yeah, the from the Maya race.
Yeah, so but she's now going as me.
Not as you Shiva.
No, not me, but
the
me.
name actually quote unquote
me.
Yeah,
me.
Me.
So if you were to mail her a letter, you would say to M.E. from
M.E. Me.
Yeah. So I like that episode. It was like, you know, I like any episode of Doctor Who that takes place away from technology.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Because it kind of puts the Doctor out of his element. Like,
yeah,
he can't use a screwdriver on wood.
I mean, he wasn't using a screwdriver though. He was using his sonic sunglasses.
Yes, I mean, I'm talking about like older episodes where he's been in the past and like not been able to use his screwdriver.
I do want to say it was really cool. Just really quick, it was really cool that in the last episode he kind of was talking to the door.
Yeah,
you know. But going back to your episode,
so he meets up with her. Like, it's like, hey, you're still alive, but not like either he plays it off like, oh, I wasn't like checking up on you.
Yeah.
More like, oh, hey, I bumped into you, right? Like, and then she's like, hey, you forgot about me?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So
I actually think he wasn't keeping up with her.
Yeah.
I think, but this meeting led him to keep up with her from now on.
From that point on. Because he realizes, like, because she had, like, a whole library full of books she's written of, like, her day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you not remember who you were? It's like, no. It's like, I lived so long that I forgot who I was.
Yeah. It's like,
and so, like, in that parallels with the Doctor, like, he's lived so many lives.
Yeah.
Like, he's, like, sometimes forgets who he was, like, what man he was. But then he's reminded.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, I don't want her to kind of fall into the same traps.
Yeah. It's like, because, like, she has an infinite life. Yeah. With a normal memory.
Essentially.
Right.
Yeah, and then, like, her memory gets, you know, wiped.
I don't remember things that happened when I was a kid.
Yeah, she has to, like, do, like, a fresh, like, computer, like, reboot.
Yeah, like, if I can't remember what happened to me as a kid, how is she supposed to remember what happened to her, like, 300 years ago?
Right.
It's like,
what? So, that was a really good season. So, or sorry, I'm doing what you did. Yeah. That was a really good episode.
And a good season.
Yeah. So then my number 2 on my list is Face a Raven.
Ooh.
So this is the episode where we meet back up with me, and she's actually created a little haven for like some aliens that have, you know,
a trap street.
A trap street. On Earth, and so Clara's trying to help some kid out, Riggsy, who has this like neck tattoo that's counting down. Yeah. So her, the Doctor, and Riggsy go find like what happened. In this one, it's cool because like you see like Me's like now, because in the last episode she's like, hey, I'm gonna keep an eye on you, Doctor. Yeah. Right. Like I'll be looking out for you. Yeah. And so in this one, like she's like, these are the people that the Doctor either leaves behind, and like Me's been, you know, taking care of them and whichever way she can. So it was a really cool episode just to see that. You see like that the filter that they had on. Yeah. When you look through it, it's like there was a freaking Cyberman and like it's like
being repaired.
It's like that's crazy. Yeah. Overall, it was crazy. What was like, it was a cool episode because like a lot of stuff happened in it. Yeah.
You really got to see Clara's character shine through.
Yeah, because she's like
how reckless she is, like Doctor level reckless.
Yeah, because she thinks she can do what the Doctor does, where she's like, not worried about the consequences. But with the Doctor, he knows. He's already, like, a lot of times the Doctor isn't thinking 20 steps ahead, but he makes you think he is.
Yeah.
So when stuff happens, he's like, I've already planned that out.
Well, that's because he knows in his head that he's going to come through.
Yeah.
Like
so, I mean, that's what Clara tried to do for Rigsy, and then it's like, hey, you know what? Like, you give me the thing, and then we'll be good. And then, we'll bamboozle him.
I'm under the truest protection of me.
Yeah.
So nothing can happen.
Yeah, so she does it, and it's like, oh shit, you fucked up. It's like, and the Doctor's like, wait, how can we fix it? And he's like, she's looking at the Doctor, it's like, hey, we can fix this, right? And he's like, no, you fucked up.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do to help you.
Yeah.
I want to help you so bad, but you did something really fucked up and, like, screwed this whole thing.
Yeah. It was sad for me to watch Clara die.
Yeah, and, like, just seeing, like, freaking the crow, like, go in, like, just, like, or Raven go in, like, just, like, suck the life out of her.
But you could, like, like, everyone runs, but not Clara.
No, she's like, I'm facing this. Like, screw this. I'm staying here.
Like, she owned it.
But, like, it was a painful scream, too, right? It was like, she got...
Yeah, they put music over it.
Yeah.
But it looked like she
everyone's
was, like,
hearing her scream, right?
It looked like a really loud, painful scream.
Yeah, so... And then, like, that sends, like, the Doctor into one of his famous, rage spirals of, like, I will fix this kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
That leads into your number one episode.
My number one episode, Heaven Sent.
Which leads into my number one episode, Hellbent.
Yeah.
So I love this episode, like, hey, we're on Gallifrey. Like, that's the craziest thing. Like, from, like, the anniversary special that we had, about, like, hey, the Doctor's actually going to go back to Gallifrey, like, the long way around.
Yeah.
To now he's actually on Gallifrey, not knowing. It's like, friggin', like, it was the Time Lords that put him in that, the time dial.
Yeah.
Right? The confession dial.
Confession.
Right? It's like, the Time Lords put him in there, and he's, like, pissed. Like, you made me suffer through this. Like,
2 billion years.
Yeah.
Maybe, actually, I think it was 4.5 billion.
It was a long-ass time, right? Yeah. So, it's like, that's insane. So... And then he gets there, and it's like a Western. It's like he goes to his, like, little farmhouse, which we saw in, like, the other special.
Yeah.
And it's like, he doesn't say anything. It's like, oh, he's back.
Yeah, and I loved, like, the respect that he had.
Yeah.
He had everyone's respect.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to say anything.
Yeah, he ended the war, right? Like, he saved, like, Gallifrey. He put them in that pocket universe. They've been actually out of the pocket universe for a while, like, doing their thing. But they're at the very end of time, right?
And
so that's where
space,
yeah. So that's where they've been, like,
isolated.
They're occupying that space now.
Yeah.
So just seeing him, like, go up against, like, the supreme leader or whatever.
Yeah. It's called. I think he's a president.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
So like, he's not, like, he won't say anything until the president comes and like, like, he comes there, is like, get off my planet.
Yeah, that's the first thing he says,
right?
Which is so awesome.
But the last time we saw the president was in when Tennant was facing off with him.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the same Rassilon.
Yeah.
So that's the last time we saw him. So, like, that was a crazy episode. And then, like, the way he figured out, was like, hey, I can get Clara back by using Time Lord technology, right?
Extraction, or I think they called it extraction.
Like, where he can get her, like, he's like, because the Time Lords want to know, there's a prophecy that the Time Lords are hiding.
Yeah. Or,
like, they know of, which they're afraid of, right?
Yeah.
2 powerful warrior races will combine to make, like, the most powerful being.
Yeah, the hybrid.
The hybrid.
Yeah.
That's the whole season. The whole season is based on this hybrid, right? Yeah. They're thinking it's Time Lord and Dalek. We got a glimpse of that in the first 2 episodes, where Doctor Who's, like, magical juices of regeneration goes into the Daleks.
Yeah. And
we're fearing that that's the hybrid.
Yeah.
And that's what the Time Lords are fearing. It's like, is that what the hybrid is?
Yeah.
But then, we find out at the very end of the season that the Doctor does kind of do a little spoilers, like, the hybrid is me. So he's, like, referring to himself. And someone also mentions that, like, he has, like, a YZ on the planet Earth a lot. And Me's talking to him about that.
Yeah.
So what the Doctor was actually referring to was actually Me, the character, not me as in himself.
Yeah. Me, the character.
Where she was a warrior race of some Vikings and those other warriors.
Human.
The Vikings
are human.
Human Vikings.
Okay.
And the Maya.
Yeah.
So she has that technology. So she's actually the hybrid.
Yeah.
And she's lived to the end of time.
Yeah. And then she was like, what if it's you? What if it's not two different...
Yeah.
What if it's not two races combining to make one person, but
Yeah.
what if it's actually two different people from two different races?
Right.
And what if it's you, the Doctor, a Time Lord, and Clara, a human, coming together, and you guys are just disastrous.
Yeah.
You know, because you're both reckless, you know?
Right.
You're both like bad cop.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So I really like the way that episode, like, it was the last episode.
She also like talks about it's like what if you're the hybrid? It's like why are you on Earth so much? Like, do you have human parentage? And that's like kind of like a kickback to like the TV movie that Fox made, with the Eighth Doctor, where it's like it was revealed that he had a human mother, which is like, or a human father or whatever, which is like the most weirdest shit ever.
Yeah, but I love how like they own it. You know, they'll use it.
Yeah.
And you know, and he's just like, oh, so I ran away from Gallifrey to save Gallifrey from me because I was afraid of me.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
and then me is like, that makes a lot of sense. So, what I really liked about that episode, Hellbent, the final episode of the season, I liked the way they told the story.
Right.
You know, where he comes into the diner.
Right. It's the same diner from like the previous season where it was with Matt Smith.
With Amy and Rory, yeah. So he comes into the diner and he sees Clara. And we think Clara's dead. Yeah. So we're like, okay.
Is this like another Clara?
Yeah, I'm like, is this looks like Clara? I didn't know. Yeah, we had at this point we had no idea.
I thought until she spoke, I'm like, is this like an American girl that looks like Clara? And the Doctor just found it because remember before the previous season with Matt Smith, there's a bunch of Claras. Yeah, exactly. All over time. Exactly. I'm like, did he just find another Clara?
Yeah, exactly. So we don't know exactly, and then he starts telling the story, and he tells her the story of Clara, basically, and it seems like, oh, she doesn't know who Clara is.
Right.
You know, that's how they're telling it. And then he's telling the story, and as it goes on, it basically gets to the end of the episode, and they basically show that they came to a point where either Clara or the Doctor was gonna forget the other. You know, and just forget everything, really.
Right.
And, you know, and we're like, oh.
And that's just to say, like, the time-space continuum of, like, the whole timey-wimey business of Doctor Who. Yeah. Because if she's alive and he knows she's alive, you know, that would wreck stuff.
Yeah, they can't stay away from each other. Yeah. This old man and this young girl, they can't stay away.
No.
So it looks like she forgot who he was. Yeah. Right? It looks like that she was the one who had her memory erased. But when we see it happen in the story, like, oh, the Doctor forgot.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's telling a stranger this story.
Yeah.
And the stranger, who's Clara, knows everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that was really cool, the way they finished the episode.
And it was, like...
Because you also expect the Doctor to be the one who remembers, and the companion to be the one who forgot.
This has happened before, right? With Donna Noble, where the Doctor has made Donna Noble forget.
Exactly.
Right? So it's like, he's the guy that will just make girls forget.
Yeah. You just give him a forget-me-now. So it was really cool, you know, like, you would expect the Doctor to not forget. You'd expect the Doctor to remember and Clara to forget.
Yeah.
And no, the Doctor forgot.
Yeah, and if you remember from that episode, like, a little Easter egg or a little thing there, it's like she's wearing, like, a blue dress.
Yeah.
Like TARDIS.
Yeah.
So, and then she's in a TARDIS of her own that she stole.
Yeah, so, and it turns out the diner itself is a TARDIS that she stole.
Yeah.
Maisie Williams-Me is still with her in the TARDIS, and she is in the middle of her last heartbeat.
Yeah.
And, you know, and she's just gonna go through the sky.
The long way.
She's going back to Gallifrey the long way. She's gonna sail through the space in her TARDIS while the Doctor goes through with his TARDIS.
Yeah.
But she remembers the Doctor, and the Doctor doesn't remember her.
Right.
That's potentially awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it could really lead to some cool stuff down
the road. But I know with the actress or the actor, she's like done with Doctor Who, so there will be getting a new companion.
Yeah, but you know, like, she can always come back.
Yeah, no, she can come back, but like as of now, like, she's done with Doctor Who. Like, this was her also farewell of the season.
Yeah. She was a great companion.
Yeah. No, I think she did really well. Like, especially like after having like a couple companion business happening before, right, with like Amy and Rory. So it was very interesting. Like, for new Doctor Who watchers, it's like, we've had Rose, we had Martha.
Martha, yeah, the doctor chick.
Yep. Donna Noble.
I love Donna Noble.
I think her and Tennant's performance was like
amazing
the best.
chemistry.
They're like buddy. It's like buddy cops.
Yeah,
like
they were so funny together.
Yeah.
Especially
remember the way she got reintroduced.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, hey, it's you. Yeah. It's me. Remember me?
Yeah.
With the face.
Yeah. And who was after Donna Noble? Amy and Rory.
So right. that's
Amelia Pond.
And then you can count River Song into it. Not companion, but like
she's more of like a wife.
Yeah. Well, she's then technically a companion.
Yeah. But in a less fun way.
Yeah. Captain Jack. These are like.
I like that they mentioned Captain Jack this season.
That was cool. Yeah.
The immortal.
It's like there's another immortal you might meet.
Yeah. But I don't count those.
Yeah.
Mickey.
You got like companions.
Mickey and Ricky.
Yeah, you got companions, and then you got sub-companions. That's how I look at it, right?
Nice.
Like, they tag along with the companions. So they're actually the companion's companion.
They're like, yeah, exactly. Nice.
But yeah. No, I think, again, so season 9 was actually really solid.
Yeah, it was a strong season.
Yeah. A little disappointed that we won't have a season 10 in 2016.
Yeah.
Due to Moffat leaving. So 2017 is the next...
yeah, we're taking a year off.
Yeah, it's a full year of no Doctor Who. So 2017 is supposed to be the last year with Moffat and the 10th season. Hopefully Capaldi stays on after that, because I think he's going places with this Doctor.
Yeah, I think Capaldi's having a solid run. I think Capaldi already is... I like him more than Eccleston.
Yeah.
Because Capaldi bathes in the same river twice.
Oh, yeah, he's been all over. Because, he was...
Dude is fucking clean, man.
Yeah, no, he was in the Fires of Pompeii.
Yeah.
Right? And now he's back.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlike some people who can't even reprise a beloved character for, like, one special.
Yeah. It's okay.
And rather be a freaking dark elf in Thor.
Yeah, but we just love Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to Eccleston.
I think I liked his performance. Yeah, so like I did fantastic.
Yeah, and he did do wonders for bringing the show back to the mainstream. So I will say the production has come a long way.
Yeah, I mean I hear there was some politics.
Politicking
in his run.
Okay,
so that's why he wanted to leave.
Sure.
And Tennant kind of came on board, but I'm glad Tennant came on board.
Yeah.
I would love to see a second season with Eccleston.
Yeah, me too.
But then you're taking a season away from Tennant.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to. I want to give Tennant more seasons.
Give Tennant more seasons. So actually, speaking of Tennant, like I want to see like Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Soon. So
yeah, just because David Tennant is in it.
He's in it. So like I think anything he's in is amazing.
Yeah. So look out for that one.
Yeah.
The CBC bringing you Jessica Jones.
Yeah, so that'll be a future podcast. So we're going to close it out for today. I hope you guys enjoyed us rambling about Doctor Who.
Because we did. We enjoyed it.
And if we enjoy it, you have to enjoy it.
Have a great day.
Take care.